Arsene, it's been a week since you suffered that defeat at QPR. It means your players have been in an unusual position of reacting to a defeat. How's the mood been?
We are in a position where we want to win our next game and show that that was only an interruption. I feel that the game against QPR is behind us, and what is important is that we have a big game in front of us with a team, with two teams who are in a position where we want to win, so it promises to be a very exciting and promising game.
Big game for both sides. Who would be more damaged by a failure to win?
I don't think about that. I think when you're in the front of a game like that, you want to play well, and you never after the game, you're always in front of the game. Our job is always to cope with the consequences of the game, of a result, but before a game you just focus on doing well what you want to do.
Man City, last couple of Premier League games at Emirates Stadium, they seem to be quite happy with the draw. Do you think the fact that they might be going for a win, or they need to win, will play into Arsenal's hands potentially?
What is for sure is that a draw for them is not good enough, certainly. And it's true that in the last two seasons they came to play for a draw, and they got it, but I believe this time both teams are in a situation where they will want to win.
Just finally from me, checking on the team news, it's the same squad as last week at QPR?
Same.
Going back to the QPR game, you had tremendous momentum going into that fixture. Has that momentum been lost or dented at all by that defeat?
The momentum is still there, because I feel in the last 8 games he won 7. So the momentum should still be there, but it was an interruption and a disappointment. And we want to come back, of course, to what was our recent level. That means play well and therefore win the game.
I saw some quotes from you where you talked about the Tottenham result repairing a relationship with the fans. Did you feel that needed repairing? Do you think they'd perhaps lost faith in you and the team?
We should ask them.
But the quotes were from you saying that you felt that something had been repaired.
Well, I believe that our fans at home were this season much better than last season. After a difficult start of the season, they understood quickly that we needed their support, and they changed their attitude. And overall, during the season, especially since January, they are really behind the team, and it helped us in many games.
In terms of the race for the Champions League places, yourself and Tottenham are level. Chelsea are further 5 points back. Does the fact that they've got this focus on Europe perhaps help your causes, perhaps less to worry about in that respect?
It can go both ways, It can as well not put too much pressure on Chelsea. On the psychological side, it's an advantage to be involved in many competitions. On the physical side, it's a disadvantage. What will take over, you don't know. But overall, I believe that we have one thing to focus on, and therefore it's important that, of course, we manage to do it. Chelsea is still a good opportunity, but they have as well a difficult schedule.
You've got this huge game this weekend. Roberto Mancini has said if Man United beat QPR and Arsenal beat Manchester City, the title race is over. Do you see it this way? He could be perhaps helping United over the line? It
will not be over, but it will, of course, make things very, very difficult, yes.
Are you surprised to hear a manager? Because I know in the past when you've been in title races, you've always said, we'll fight to the last, we won't believe it. So are you surprised?
They will, certainly, but I believe that let's wait what happens over the weekend. And unfortunately, we are not too much involved in that title race, and we leave them to sort that out between themselves. But at the moment, Man United has the advantage.
Is this an absolute must-win for both yourself and City?
On our side, it's a want-win. We want to win, and of course, it is a home game. We feel strong at home. It is a big game. You want to win the big games.
The build-up, a lot of the build-up has been a lot of talk about Balotelli. I mean, Mancini has suggested that if he'd played with him, he'd probably have punched him. Have you ever been in that situation with any of your players?
No.
But how disruptive?
I'm not a good boxer anyway.